NANS protest demands unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Good day, my dear listeners. Thanks for joining. Here is another fresh details I bring to listening ears as the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, on Wednesday demands unconditional release of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Moving on to the full details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, on Wednesday staged a peaceful protest in Abuja to demand the unconditional release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The NANS faction, led by its national president, Comrade Atiku Issa GCNS, said they were deeply concerned about what they described as injustice surrounding Kanu's prolonged detention, despite court rulings granting him bail. Speaking during the protest, Issa said, "We find it difficult to understand why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention when courts of competent jurisdiction have granted him bail before. Justice delayed is justice denied." He criticized the government for what he called double standards in handling issues of national concern, pointing out that while armed groups were being engaged in dialogue, Kanu was still held in custody. A few weeks ago, bandits displaying dangerous weapons sat with government representatives to negotiate the return of peace after killing many people and destroying properties. Yet, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who only spoke out and demanded fair treatment for his people, is being treated like a criminal, the NANS president stated. The student body stressed that freedom of expression is a fundamental right and warned that silence in the face of injustice could not serve the unity of the country. It is the right of all Nigerians who are aggrieved to speak up. NANS will continue to protest injustice because an injury to one is an injury to all, Issa added. Describing October 1 as a historic day for reflection on Nigeria's democratic journey, the student leaders called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to intervene in the matter. Today being October 1st is historic, and we urge President Tinubu to grant our request in the interest of justice, peace, and unity, Issa appealed. The protest ended peacefully, with the students vowing to sustain their demand until, in their words, justice is served, where Nnamdi, who has been in detention since 2021, would be released. Moving on to the comment section, the first commenter says, when countries like Canada and USA call the ruling party under the present day Nigeria a terrorist party, some may come out to oppose such conclusions. It is just a pity that Nigerian judiciary has long been compromised. A commenter said that is how it should be. An injury to one is an injury to all, Mr. Lisa. You are not an Igbo man, but you stand on the truth. God will see you through in whatever you are looking for. Do these political students understand what they are asking for? And the response to that says they are asking for justice. How can you detain a citizen indefinitely without a judgment. A comment here says that Nnamdi Kanu is the hand of politicians from Igbo extraction. What prevents governors, senators, reps, deputy governors, state assembly members, those holding any political post, etc. to resign if federal government fail to release him after a specific time from now? Another comment says, what a pity. By now, Nigerian students ought to know that there is nothing like NANS again in Nigeria. What is in place is student APC wing. It will be better for the different regions in the country to have their own separately. Another commenter says, what about the blood of the thousands murdered under Biafran agitation in the past few years? Who killed them? A commenter says, okay by me. As a must from heaven package to be celebrated very soonest in Jesus' mighty name, unconditional release to show unconditional agape love from the heaven above all things. Amen. 7 perfect times. A commenter says, good move. We can only survive the present day in Nigeria if we remove sentiment, tribalism, and extremism. The common man in Nigeria cannot breathe because some rich few want it all. And the last commenter says some of them are the reason he is still there because of the selfish political ambition. My dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.